Very dark and really twisted. Also eeriness, it kind of brought me into this interesting like dark pop genre that I really fell in love with. When it came to portraying this character on stage, that's so not me because I'm not a pop star, so it was a lot of channeling, you know, the artists that I admire. Rihanna, Rosalia, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift. Hi, my name is Saleka Shyamalan. I am 28 years old. I was born in Philly. I am a singer-songwriter and actress. One word I would use to describe myself would be a perfectionist. My household was definitely very lively growing up and definitely creative. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, both my parents are in the arts, and there was also a sense of respect towards the arts always from a young age, which I think is a beautiful thing. And growing up, you know, my parents played a lot of jazz and R&B, so, you know, Nina Simone, Etta James, Lauryn Hill, Amy Winehouse, those were sort of like, you know, the strong women that I listened to. I played classical piano since I was young, and so that was sort of the avenue that I thought I was gonna go into. And then when I was like 15 or 16, I felt like this desire to compose and kind of create my own music. We've been going to his sets since we were little. It was a very integral part of my childhood, just getting to witness all the work that goes into making a film. It was sort of just normal. It was like everyone's dads goes to work and mine makes movies. The movie kind of came about from conversations that my dad and I have been having for many years about wanting to bring music and film together in some way, and that, you know, comes very naturally because, you know, Indian culture is filled with Bollywood movies, and Purple Rain is one of our favorite movies, and we've watched that as a family many times. So we really kind of wanted to do our own version of that, where music was not just in the background, but, you know, witnessed diegetically and part of the plot. He's a master at what he does, so it's really from his mind, but especially for this project, just because I was so involved and we were talking about it from the beginning, we definitely were brainstorming a lot. Definitely, you know, a lot of it was inspired by, you know, our experiences as father and daughter going to shows. So for this movie, I had to write 14 original songs for the soundtrack to simultaneously like this pop music, but also scoring something very dark and really twisted that's happening. Also eeriness, it kind of brought me into this interesting like dark pop genre that I really fell in love with. When it came to portraying this character on stage, that's so not me because I'm not a pop star, so it was a lot of channeling, you know, the artists that I admire. We talked about Taylor Swift a lot and just the sense, you know, how especially her fandom is so beautiful and intense, and her influence, especially with young girls, I think was important. And Rihanna, Rosalia, Billie Eilish, these were all like, you know, artists that I really love and listen to their music a lot, but how they kind of bridge the worlds between vulnerability and softness at moments, but also huge stage production and like something that feels massive. Original art is so rare right now, but I think that is what people need and kind of crave, and so originality and like these artists like Sabrina Carpenter and Charlie XCX, you can see their individuality and like who they are comes through. I just was listening to Sabrina Carpenter's new album, which is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, her voice is amazing, and she's such a witty songwriter, so I really admire that. I got to collaborate with a few of my dream artists on this project as well. I worked with Kid Cudi, Russ, and Amare. I'm really excited about that because, you know, there's so much more more depth to the album that I want to show. I think talking about privilege is very important, and I think a necessary thing in all aspects. I would say, you know, my experience with my family has just been one of a lot of pride, and you know, my grandparents kind of came to the US with this like literally dollars in their pockets and kind of nothing, and my dad was sort of this American dream kind of kid that was able to succeed, and so for us there's a lot of pride in working with our family and kind of helping each other. You know, we're an immigrant family, we work hard, we support each other, we kind of follow in each other's footsteps because that's what we know, and feels like a very natural thing for us in our family, and there isn't really a lot of shame around it. My dad also has kind of instilled that idea with my sisters and I from a young age that, like, you know, no matter what, if a person comes up to him and even if they say something negative or positive or neutral about one of his films, that they contributed, you know, like he'd always say, you know, that person paid for a brick of our house by like watching a story that he made in his mind. And that's such a beautiful thing that we all get to kind of feel connected to each other across the world and across generations and cultures through art that we connect to.